Shalom and welcome back to Spiritual Growth Sundays. If this is your first time here, welcome to the fam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love you for real. Thank you for tapping in. And if you've been here before, you already know we don't just talk, we grow. Last week, we talked about the importance of planning in your spiritual walk. And this week, I'm bringing you behind the scenes into my own process, how I plan my life with the Most High at the center. Yeah, let me just say this up front. I don't plan like the world plans. So, yeah, I've been actually wanting to like lead into allowing you all to know a little bit more about me and my life because it's not normal. It's not like the norm. Um I'm a single mom of one daughter, beautiful daughter. I praise y'all for my daughter. I homeschool full time and I don't have a regular 9 to 5 income. So, when I sit down to plan, I'm not looking at a spreadsheet. I am literally looking to the Most High. Every goal that I set, every task that I write down, it starts with one thing. Excuse me. Whew. It starts with one thing. Make your request known unto Yah. I literally say, Abba, here's what I want to do. If it's your will, I need you to help me to do it. And guess what? He does. He helps me. Praise Yah. My planning day is on Sunday. Before I even touch my planner, before I even sit at my PC, before I even think to plan anything, before my feet like literally hit the floor and I start moving around in my dwelling, I hit the floor, my face to the floor, literally asking y'all for help. Thank you, Abba. I love you. I need you today. Then I reflect on what he's been saying all week, whether that's in my personal time, my Bible studies with my family, or even just through others and just the interactions that I've been having throughout the week. And I ask, what's the message for this week? What do I need to focus on? Speak. Your servant is listening. And from there, from that place, I plan the content. And I've been staying 1 week ahead, so that I'm not just scrambling and just trying to find stuff. So uh by the time you hear this content, I would have had already made it like the week before. But I leave the room. I leave that moment always for the Ruach to move. I always leave room for him to move with whatever I'm planning, whatever I think. I don't want to like be so caught up in the plan that I miss his move. You feel me? Um so just having that spiritual sensitivity. Oh, I'm thinking about this. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Y'all know how like the Pharisees and stuff like in the gospels where they were like so caught up in their schedule where this is the Sabbath. You got 6 days to heal. Don't come and heal on the Sabbath. It's like they were so caught up in that flow and that schedule and that plan that they missed the move of Yah. Like he was there setting people free and healing them. I don't want to be like that. So yeah, I always try to leave room for the rock to move. Um so the tools that I use basically to stay aligned and just help with my flow, I try to keep it simple, like literally. I use Notion. I'm still trying to figure out Notion, but yeah, that helps with like planning and making tables and stuff like that. Keeping track of stuff. Um, I also use Google Docs. Yeah, I use Google Docs for everything. I like how they have the document tabs, and then you can make sub tabs and stuff like that, and keep it all in order. So that works for me. I like using Google Docs. And I can keep everything in one place so I can find what I need, and I try to like label things so that I know what it is. um but I also try to keep track of my testimonies and answered prayers, because when I get discouraged, I go back and I remember what Yah already did. So that's like something that I think is an important tool that we kind of forget. But our answered prayers, our testimonies, like we have to remember that the Most High is good, that He is listening to us, and that He is answering our prayers. Like, that can be a neglected tool, but you got to use that tool. Pull out the tool of testimony, y'all. We need to use it. And when we have Bible study with my mom and stuff, we always have testimony time, and we try to make space for those moments too, because they remind us that He's been faithful before and He'll be faithful again. But yeah, I know it's probably weird that I'm calling testimony a tool, but it is, y'all. It really is. Another thing too, uh, you know, when plans get thrown off, like everything don't always go as planned. But here's something that I learned: the plan is not for the Most High Yah. The plan is for us. Yah honors the plan. He will honor your plan, but you still got to stay submitted. If your day gets thrown off, don't panic. Ask, what's going on right now? Rock, what are you showing me? Maybe there's a divine interruption. Maybe He's moving, in some type of way. Maybe you need to just sit still. Maybe you're running on empty and it's time to pause and just refuel. And like I was saying earlier, the Pharisees missed the move of Yah because they were too caught up in their schedule. So we can't be like them. Let's leave room for the RUACH. Um, but yeah, like planning really draws me closer to the Most High Yah. Planning has increased my faith. It's helped me to feel productive and obedient. And when I plan my time with the Most High, when I plan my time with Abba, it sets the tone for everything else. So, it's good to plan out your day and like your work and your productivity, but make sure you're planning time to actually spend with the Most High, y'all. It reminds me that I'm not just building a brand, but I'm building my relationship. You know, um, that relationship with the Most High Yah should be the most important thing. It's not about perfection. It's about being intentional. You know, making that space to really spend time with the Most High Yah. Um, we can't just coast no more, y'all. We really gotta tap in. Really gotta understand that everything that we need is in Him. Everything that you need is in Abba, is in the Father. So you have to be intentional and tap in. You have to make that time to spend with Him in the quiet. Yahusha went off and He got alone. So he's our model. He's our example. So we have to do that. We have to pull away, find a quiet space, and tap in with the Most High Yah and be real. Talk to Him. I'm learning to let Him know how I feel, because He already knows what's going on inside my mind. So it's just a safe place to really talk to Him and let Him work it out. But remember to leave space to listen, sit still, be quiet, and like actually practice that. Actually practice the stillness, the quietness, so that you can learn His voice, because He does speak. He's always speaking. And yeah, we have to give Him that space. We'll sit still and be quiet for a whole 2-hour movie and take in everything that, the producer produced within that movie. So we need to have that same patience. And sometimes these movies these days, it take forever for them to get to the point, and finally, they get their point across the last 5 minutes of the movie. So how much the more, like, to sit in the quietness with Abba, with our Father, our Heavenly Father, and wait for Him to say what it is that He's trying to say. We just got to do that. It's important. Our lives depend on it, y'all. It's the creator of everything. He knows everything. He knows every formula for anything. He knows how you should plan your life. And when you tap in with Him, get closer to Him, it'll all make sense. And the fight is real, y'all. The fight is real. The fight is real. I can say that much. But we just got to keep the faith. Speak the word over your life. Speak the word over your mind, and press in. Don't give up. Keep going. If you feel chaotic, if you feel behind or unsure where to start, just start with prayer. Ask Yah for help and keep asking him until you feel the shift. Seek first the kingdom, his rule and authority over your life. That's the kingdom, his rule and authority over your life. So when it says seek first the kingdom, that means submit to his rulership. You shouldn't be making the decisions. He should be. He should have the final say. You can bring your thoughts and your concerns to him, but at the end of the day, you sit there and you wait for his okay, for his approval, for his blessing, for you to move forward. Seek first the kingdom, his rule and authority over your life. Seek his righteousness. That's the RUACH inside you, helping you to live right. Seek his righteousness. That means you have to draw closer to the spirit of the living God that lives on the inside of you. If indeed you have repented and believed in the good news, he gives you the gift of his spirit and he comes and lives on the inside of you. So you have to seek him out, his righteousness. You have to seek out the Ruach that's living on the inside of you. He does it for you. He helps you to live right. So don't quench him. Let him speak. Let him move. Your relationship with Yah is the most important thing. It's the most important thing. You got to plan time for that. And just let everything else flow from that secret place. It will, I'm telling you. And life is messy, guys. Like we don't know what it's gonna look like. Don't look to other people to figure out. Don't let other people's lives be your compass. Get into the secret place and just look to him. Your life might not look like mine's, might not look like the next person. It won't though, because I'm telling you, my life don't look like nobody. I'm like out here like wanting to have somebody to pull from, but I think the Most High doesn't want us to pull from people. He wants us to pull from him. So yeah, this week, um, I want you to plan one new habit that helps you walk in purpose. Write it down and just submit it to the Most High Yah. Drop it in the comments if you want accountability, because we are growing together. And join me next Sunday for another episode of Spiritual Growth Sundays. Don't forget, our DRBY live sessions happen the first Tuesday of every month right here on YouTube live. Don't miss out. You never know what's coming, so make sure you're subscribed. Turn on those notifications and stay tapped in. Always remember, do right by Yah, do right by you. We in there. I love you. Be blessed. I want you to be encouraged and enjoy it regardless. I'm out.